It all started with a late-night conversation fueled by too much caffeine and an unhealthy dose of curiosity. My friend Jake and I had always been fascinated by the mysteries of the universe, and that night, our attention fixated on one of the most enigmatic places on Earth, Area 51. "You know, dude," Jake said, leaning back in his chair, "I've been reading up on Area 51 lately. There are some crazy theories out there about what goes on inside that place." I nodded, intrigued. "Yeah, I've heard all sorts of stuff too. They say it's where the government hides alien technology or even extraterrestrial life forms." Jake's eyes gleamed with excitement. "Exactly. What if there's some truth to it? What if we could actually see something out of this world?" The idea lingered in the air, tempting us with its possibility. And before we knew it, we made a reckless decision: we were going to drive to Area 51 and see for ourselves. Under the moonlit sky, Jake and I loaded up my old beat-up truck with snacks, camping gear, and a healthy dose of skepticism. As we drove into the night, excitement coursed through our veins, but a nagging sense of apprehension lingered in the back of my mind. Hours passed, and the vast expanse of desert stretched out before us like an endless sea of sand and silence. Eventually, the glow of civilization faded into the distance, leaving us alone with the stars and our wild imaginations. Finally, we reached the outskirts of the restricted zone. A chain-link fence marked the boundary. Warning signs adorned with ominous symbols stood as silent guardians of government secrecy. Ignoring the warnings, we pressed on, our hearts pounding with a mixture of adrenaline and uncertainty. The closer we got to the heart of Area 51, the heavier the air seemed to weigh, as if the very atmosphere was thick with secrets waiting to be uncovered. And then, in the distance, we saw a strange silhouette moving in the shadows. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen before, a creature that seemed to defy logic and reason. It stood there, motionless yet somehow alive, its eyes gleaming with an otherworldly glow. On the deserted road under the veil of night, the sighting of this creature was akin to a sudden flash in the darkness. It was of an uncanny nature, a being that defied conventional descriptions. Its body seemed contorted, as if sculpted akin to a predator, poised for an assault. The creature's skin bore a hue reminiscent of desert sand, blending seamlessly with the surrounding environment, rendering it almost imperceptible in the nocturnal gloom. Remarkably swift, akin to a spinning wheel, its eyes flickered in the darkness, emitting a mysterious light that seemed fiery and penetrating. I felt its gaze pierce through me, as if it perceived something within me that I hadn't even realized. Its movements possessed a grace and swiftness reminiscent of the creatures inhabiting this harsh terrain. Yet, the most astonishing aspect was the face of this creature. It was a blend of human and something utterly extraterrestrial. Broad facial features and pronounced eyes conveyed an impression of intelligence and wisdom that transcended human understanding. Each feature seemed crafted to evoke a sense of ancient mystery and wonder before the unknown. Fear gripped me like a vice as the creature turned its gaze towards us, locking eyes with mine in a silent exchange of understanding. Without a word, Jake and I knew it was time to retreat, to escape this place of wonders and horrors before it was too late. With trembling hands, I shifted the truck into gear and floored the accelerator, leaving behind the mysteries of Area 51 and the secrets that would forever haunt our dreams. The engine roared as we sped away from the forbidden zone. The creature's haunting image burned into my mind like a brand. Questions swirled in my head, each one more terrifying than the last. What was that thing? Where did it come from? And most importantly, why was it there? Jake's voice broke the tense silence. his tone filled with a mixture of disbelief and awe. "Did you see that? Tell me I'm not going crazy, man." I nodded, my throat dry with fear. "I saw it, Jake. I saw it too." We drove for what felt like an eternity, the desert landscape blurring into a hazy mirage as we put as much distance between ourselves and Area 51 as possible. But no matter how fast we went, we couldn't outrun the memories of what we had witnessed. As dawn began to break on the horizon, we found ourselves on the outskirts of a small town, the first signs of civilization we had seen in hours. Pulling into a gas station, we exchanged a wordless glance, both of us knowing that our lives would never be the same after that night. With trembling hands, I reached for my phone and dialed 911, my voice shaking as I recounted our encounter to the dispatcher. I knew it sounded crazy, but I also knew that we couldn't keep what we had seen a secret. As we waited for help to arrive, Jake and I sat in stunned silence, the weight of our experience hanging heavy in the air. And as the sun rose on a new day, I couldn't help but wonder what other secrets lay hidden in the depths of the universe, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to seek them out. Weeks passed since our encounter with the mysterious creature near Area 51, but the memories haunted us like ghosts in the night. We tried to go about our lives as usual, but there was an unspoken tension between Jake and me, a shared knowledge of something beyond comprehension lurking just beneath the surface of our mundane existence. Rumors began to spread like wildfire through the small town where we lived, whispers of strange sightings and unexplained phenomena in the desert. Some dismissed them as the ramblings of conspiracy theorists, while others claimed to have seen things that defied explanation. With the memory of the encounter etched into our minds, Jake and I made a silent agreement as we left the vicinity of Area 51. We knew that we had pushed the boundaries of curiosity to their limit, and that further exploration of that enigmatic place would only lead to more questions and potential danger. As we drove away from the desert, the weight of our decision hung heavy in the air, but so too did a sense of relief. We had glimpsed into the abyss of the unknown and emerged with our lives intact, a feat not to be taken lightly. From that day forward, Jake and I resolved to leave the mysteries of Area 51 behind us, content in the knowledge that some secrets are best left undisturbed. Our journey into the unknown would continue, but it would take us down different paths, toward new adventures and discoveries that awaited us beyond the borders of that infamous zone. And as we watched the desert landscape fade into the distance behind us, I knew that no matter where life took us, the memory of that fateful night would remain with us, a reminder of the thin line between curiosity and recklessness, and the importance of knowing when to leave well enough alone. So, with a mixture of trepidation and determination, we drove on into the unknown, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, but resolved never to return to the secrets that lay hidden within the confines of Area 51.